If you're bullish on the euro because of this break of structure and change of character we've had now on the hourly time frame, I'm going to show you why in this video that you might want to hold that thought. Okay, so my name is Justin Bennett, forex trader since 2007, full-time since 2011. As always, all of this is my opinion only and not financial advice. So let's get right into it, guys. Not waste any time here with the EURUSD on the hourly time frame. So right now we have the euro giving us a little bit of an internal shift here in terms of this BOS. Okay, so break of structure back here, and now we've had a change of character to start this week. Now, a couple things here. First of all, this was the area that I mentioned in the weekly outlook video. So this area up here, specifically this candle right back here, we had an imbalance for the euro, this buy side imbalance following last week's price action. So this was the area here that I said to watch for a retrace into this imbalance here to start the week. And so far we got the retrace into that very early in this week. And so far sellers are taking control and pushing the market lower. Now, the question mark, though, that traders have, or the mistake, I should say, that traders make, is that they look at this here on the hourly time frame and they see that, okay, we have a BOS down here. We have a change of character over here. This is very clean. This is the bottom for the euro. And look, it very well may be, okay, but here is the thing. If you zoom out and look left, okay, so that's kind of the theme of this video today, is to zoom out and look left. If we do that here on the hourly time frame, in fact, I'm going to go to a 4-hour time frame because this also stands here on the 4-hour. So last week, what you can see is that off of this low right back here, we had a confirmed BOS. Okay, so break of structure below that low. And that means that these up here are the external highs currently for the EURUSD. Now, this matters because this internal shift that we just looked at on the hourly time frame, okay, this right here, yes, it could be bullish for the euro. However, you have this larger downtrend in play, okay, because we have, again, the break of structure, the bearish break of structure last week on the 4-hour time frame, and this comes after the change of character back here that we've talked about. Okay, so far you can see here, if we really move out here, lower highs and lower lows, right? And again, we have that BOS from last week. These are the external highs. So as long as we are below these highs, then technically speaking, from an SMC standpoint, on these higher time frames, the euro is bearish. Okay, so the mistake here is getting too bullish on this internal shift right here on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so first of all, it's very early in the week. Anytime you get early price action like this, you've got to take it with a grain of salt because markets haven't really settled in yet after the weekend. Okay, so again, you have this internal shift here, but when you zoom out and you look left, you can see that the context here, okay, tells a very different story. Now, if you want to learn exactly how I trade SMC full time, then check out the link here on the screen. So somewhere on the screen here, there will be a link to a completely free 3-day training. I'm going to show you exactly how I trade SMC full time. So if you don't see the link on the screen, then check out the pinned comment in this video or the description. Okay, so this isn't about saying that the euro isn't bullish, okay, because we don't know that. This is not about forecasting. It's not about predicting. It's just about going with what is on the chart currently. And what is on the chart currently is that we have this internal shift down here, right? So yes, this could be a low for the euro. However, when you look at the context here and last week's BOS, okay, the close below here, and you look at these external highs, we know that the euro is technically a big picture, right? Big picture bearish below these highs. Then this right here, even though this could be bullish, it could just be bullish to come back here and tag some of these recent highs. Okay, it doesn't mean that this is going to be the low for the euro. And furthermore, too, if we were to get a bullish move here from the euro, one area to watch would be this region up here above these highs. You've got this imbalance back here that could become interesting if we were to get the bullish follow through. Now, speaking of bullish follow through, what is the best way, okay, the most prudent way to play this? So as I said before, this right here is internal to this larger external structure. So in my opinion, the best way to handle this is not to get bullish on the euro, okay, through this area through here. So on this change of character, instead of looking at this right here and getting this change of character and then buying the pullback, even though this could work out, in my opinion, because you do have some uncertainty, okay, with this internal structure compared to the external structure, because there is that uncertainty, in my opinion, what might be the better play is to wait for a close above this high, because internally now, this high up here, okay, is going to matter. So if, and again, this is just my opinion, but if you're going to get bullish here internally toward this imbalance up here, then what the euro would have to do is really give you acceptance above here. We'd have to get a close above here to give us that first BOS internally and start to target areas like this up here. Okay, because even in that case there, if we were to get that, then I would be looking for buys, you know, on pullbacks along this trend. But this right here, okay, this internally right here today is not enough for me because again, we had the imbalance back here. We were expecting this And also the external structure here still points to a bearish euro. Okay, now I do still have half of my short position from last week as I shared with Discord members. So I share all my trades with VIP members, and that short occurred from this area right back here. So this sweep right here, I talked about this. I shared this in Discord in real time. I was getting short through here, took off half last week down here in this region. And I do still have half of that on right now, which is still in profit. Obviously, if we were to see the market come up here and take out this high, then I would be out for the rest of that. But I'm keeping the rest on right now, just in case we do get continuation from the euro. Okay, so I think to summarize this, guys, right now we have on the higher time frames here, again, zooming out, looking left, you can see that we do have the BOS here below these lows last week. So far, as long as these highs up here are intact, the euro is technically bearish. However, that doesn't mean that we can't see some relief here from the euro. But in my opinion, bulls would have to take out this high up here around 118.34 or so to give us acceptance above there to really confirm that we are likely to see relief from the euro, possibly back here toward that 119 area. Okay, but if we don't get this here and we start to take out some lows, then this downtrend is intact. Keep it locked in here, subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to check out that free course in the description of this video. You can also see it here on the screen. That's going to show you exactly how I trade SMC full time. Until tomorrow's video, trade safe out there, protect your capital, and I will talk to you then.